Hey, what's up, my crowns and tiaras? Welcome to Toxic Tea Lounge. Everything in this video is allegedly. Let's talk. So today, the only things we are going to be discussing is Tesehki and the Scarface situation. Okay, and we also going to be getting into some Chrisean, Blueface, and that whole situation because she went on live. She said a lot of things. Blueface went on Twitter and said a shocking tweet. Do not know if this is true or not, but we are going to get into some stuff. Okay, so the first thing we are going to be discussing is Tesehki and Scarface. Okay, as y'all know, they's on baddies. Okay, the show is done. They finished filming. Okay, so now I guess there's a beef going on. Now we do know that there are some more episodes, or maybe one more episode, two more episodes, I do not know, but we got some episodes that we still need to see on Baddies East, right? But from what we see so far, we seen that when E.t. came, she was saying a lot of things about Tesehki in her confessionals. She even said it to Natalie Nunn when Mariah Lynn, they had a conversation, sat down. Natalie was like, now, who do you have we don't know who you have issues with, who you don't like. When she first came in the house and they had that sit down, and she said Tesehki. So she basically had animosity and issues with Tesehki prior to coming to the thing, even when she got to the house. But when she seen Tesehki, she didn't say anything to her at all. Okay? E.t. decided to say something to Tesehki when they had that conversation in the back in the last episode when Scarface, her emotions and her feelings was hurt when Tesehki was mocking her regarding, the whole situation about, Scarface and Chrisean fighting and stuff like that. That was prior to the show, right? But I guess after Tesehki got jumped by Chrisean and her minions, Tesehki was like, why am I going to be wasting my energy, fighting somebody for the strength of my sister when she violated me? And I agree with that. I applaud her because who going to do that? Now, if it was a different situation, I know Tesehki would have definitely probably put pause on Scarface if Chrisean and her minions never jumped her. Okay? But at the end of the day, Tesehki kept her same energy from the confessionals about E.t. She act like she didn't care. Like, okay, well, the girl didn't want smoke. She ain't saying nothing to me, so it is what it is. Whatever. That's how Tesehki was carrying it in the confessionals and even in person. She wasn't really paying attention to Scarface like that. But what really shocked people was when E.t. said, I'm kind of mad that, you hurt my feelings. You was mocking me and stuff like that. And Tesehki was basically like, listen, that was because of you and my sister's situation. And at that time, that is what a sister do. That's just what it was. So I guess Scarface wanted an apology for Tesehki hurting her feelings. Her feelings was so hurt. And I guess Tesehki feel bad for her, but she was about to put the pause on her until the girls around her was like, listen, no, she, her feelings was just hurt and this and this and that. And Tesehki was like, you know what, whatever, and then they hugged and whatever the case may be. So that was that. But now to this present day, y'all already know the reunion's coming up, right? Allegedly, supposedly, Tesehki and Scarface is going to thump it out on the reunion. Okay. Now we're going to get into what Scarface has said. Now, the whole piece is going to be on my Instagram. Cannot put the whole thing out here. But we are going to listen to a little clip of what Scarface had to say regarding Tesehki. And then we're going to get into Scarface's Instagram posts that she reposts of other people trying to be funny. And basically, if you're reposting something about somebody, that means you're agreeing with that person, right? So let's just get into the video clip.
That's what it meant. You were never genuine. And you had ill intent behind an apology. Not in front, behind. After you apologize, you should have moved accordingly. Genuine. It was never genuine with your lying ass. If it was genuine, you would have never had ill intent behind it. I'm genuine. You is fake. And I'm finna clock y'all T's. Fuck all you in House B. How about that? Fuck all you. Now, y'all got that T? Have a nice day. See you at the reunion. If I see you before, I see you before.
All right, so basically she is claiming that Tesehki wasn't genuine, okay? Now, I don't think Tesehki was really caring for E.t. like that. She didn't really paid people mind like that in the house. She was observing, and she picked and chose who she wanted to be around. And that's how you're supposed to be as a female. You're not supposed to be. And if somebody said, I apologize, that does not mean they want to be your best friend. That does not mean that, y'all going to be sisters and all this other stuff. So I feel like Scarface was a little bit looking into the situation because she wanted more out of that. She wanted an actual friendship probably. And she probably didn't get that. So now she's upset. Now, Scarface is basically saying a lot of things regarding Tesehki. They had a conversation, and they was having whatever. They was talking or whatever, and Tesehki basically said in her video, which we was going to get into in a little bit. Matter of fact, that video was on my Instagram. I don't want to put certain people's stuff up here. I don't want to get copyrighted or all that other stuff. So if it's a live and stuff like that, then I'll talk about it. But if it's podcasts and stuff like that, I'm not going to most likely put it up on my stuff no more. So Tesehki basically was like, listen, we was in Jamaica. I had a one-on-one conversation with her by the water. I asked her, did she say she wanted to fight me? And she said that E.t. said no. Okay, and I guess that's what it was. So Tesehki was standing on her business, and it seems like Scarface wasn't standing on hers. Now, there was plenty of opportunity, okay, because we seen throughout her E.t.'s confessionals calling her trashky and saying this and saying that. She didn't have that same energy in person. So why would Tesehki go out her way to put it upon herself to make it an issue when Scarface clearly didn't seem like she had an issue, okay? That's just basically what that was about, okay? Now let's get into Scarface's IG repost, okay? Right here, she reposts somebody saying, Scarface is gonna be mopping up Big Piggy and Tesehki on the reunion. So basically, that is what Scarface is saying that she's gonna do, right? This person has said, I'm standing with Scarface. Half the world in January if Tesehki end up losing to E.t. at the reunion. Scarface has no reason to be scared of Tesehki when she has fought heavy hitters that are worse, and she held it down. 8K views, a live, but most hated, y'all not seeing her. One thing about it is Scarface can fight. Okay, it's not like she's a punk. She definitely could throw down. We only seen Tesehki fight one time for real, and it wasn't really like if Tesehki was on Now That's TV, because Now That's TV let you thump it out before security really just keep. As soon as the girls hit each other on Zeus, the security's breaking them up already. But on Now That's TV, we would have seen more of Tesehki and how she really fights. Now on the reunion, I guess we're gonna see a little bit more of how Tesehki fights, because the only thing that we can say is her in the March situation and stuff like that, okay? But this is gonna be a good one because Scarface is not, she could fight also. So I don't know. I can't wait till E.t. beat that child up, okay? And then Scarface says, don't wake that T up though. So now I guess E.t. is trying to be funny and going along with what everybody else is saying about her, about, what her sister China has said that, whatever that whole situation is, we're not going to get into because I spoke about that plenty of times. Okay. Now, she also says the only thing you eating is bread. You bird itch. Okay. So basically, Scarface is telling Tesehki, like, listen, you're not going to eat this up over here. Okay. Now, let's listen to... Okay, we can't even do that because I can't put that video up. But we are going to put this video up of what Tesehki said. Let's go.
Video. They don't wear a dress. You got to watch out, E.t. They don't wear a dress. So what, they eat you up in a dress?
So Tesehki said, listen, I'm going to come dressed to impress. I'm going to have a dress on and I'm still going to eat you up. Okay, so that is what Tesehki is saying. Now, a lot of people on the internet is like, listen, Tesehki is talking a big one. She keeps saying she going to eat this up, eat this up, eat this up. And they want to see her eat Scarface up and whoever else that she going to dump it out with. Okay, so we going to see how this is going to go. Okay, now also Tesehki had posting a picture of me when I was 17 pregnant won't change any facts of your appearance. Hold on. Posting a picture up of me when I was 17 pregnant won't change any facts of your appearance, your smell, and your personality. I don't ever delete my old pics. I'm that girl, been that girl, will forever be that girl. So Tesehki is like, listen, you thought that you was doing something by doing that, is not doing anything. And apparently, Tesehki feels that Scarface's appearance is not up to par. She has a smell, and her personality is trash. That's what I'm getting from that. Okay. But anyways, I don't know how y'all feel about this. Let me know how y'all feel about this. Also, Tesehki had put up a monkey with the letters E.t. in the eyes and said, I want to know, what did you do to my girl T? Nothing at all. Both rounds. Why you think you can do something with me? So she's going by the E.t. fight, the T fight. I think that Tesehki needs to go on that as TV and see Scarface's actual fights. Okay? That's what I think she needs to do, because now that TV let you thump it out. Like I said, Scarface and T, that situation, you could barely see anything because the security was in the way. So I don't think that Tesehki should go by that fight. Okay? I do want to just throw this out there real quick. Okay, here go. All right, Scarface said this. She reposted this. Tesehki, you weird for real. I can't with you. Why did I curse? You do it for the cameras. You started beef with E.t. again for the cameras. Let not act dumb. You're in the full again. Is Chrisean was so right about you? You also really think you're that girl for beating a whatever girl who can't fight, aka Marsh. Flop. Okay, so basically Scarface is posting that up also. And also Scarface sent in her video that Chrisean was the one that really put her on, or, you know, was her storyline. So Scarface is basically saying Tesehki's storyline was rock. Scarface was saying in the video that Tesehki didn't even fight anybody in the house besides the person, Marsh or whatever. And she's saying she wasn't really doing anything, but she was just like in the back or whatever. My thing is this. Tesehki doesn't even have to do too much for camera time. That's the problem with y'all reality TV girls. Y'all think that y'all gotta always start stuff to get a little bit of camera time to make yourself look stupid for starting a beef that is not really a beef. So Tesehki don't have to start any smoke when people wasn't giving her any type of reason, you know, like to even put hands on anybody or even argue with anybody. Everybody was playing their position. Okay. Sky, she didn't fight anybody. She been chilling on the show. You ain't saying nothing about her. Okay. Now, Tesehki, like I said it before, she picks and chooses who she want to talk to. She observes people. She doesn't do the fake stuff. Okay, and if she did, the only thing I could say that she should have spoke up a little bit more about with Smiley on the show. I do not know if they had off camera conversations. I felt like Tesehki should have just kept it real with Smiley. If she felt like Smiley was a liar, or she thought she was lying about the abortion thing, or whatever the case may be, stand on it. Just let Smiley know, like, listen, I don't know what's going on with you. I think that you're lying about this. It's a lot of stuff going on. I don't know if I could trust you or not, blah, 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 blah. And it just kept it like that, okay? So I don't know that whole situation, okay? But we are going to see how everything plays out on the Baddies reunion. Oh, yeah, remember when Zeus, since we're talking about baddies and they're on Zeus, remember when Zeus put out that flyer, dark versus light? I guess they seen the backlash that they was getting, and they changed it to chocolate goddesses and caramel goddesses. Now, to me, in my opinion, I don't think that changed up anything but the wording, because it's still color versus color. Stupid. Like, what you really thought that was doing? I just felt like they should have just did something different. Because why y'all always want these girls to compete, and y'all know these girls is gonna be down with the get down. Like, oh yeah, dark versus like, I'm that. And then that's gonna start up a whole thing, and it's already bad enough females always competing anyways, right? But anyways, that's all I gotta say about that situation. Now we're gonna get into the Blueface and Chrisean situation. Okay, y'all already know Blueface took the baby out his sleep, out of Chrisean's home, which he had no business doing, because he was with who Chrisean trusted with her child. Okay? He felt some type of way Chrisean wasn't there. I guess he was trying to get some nookie. She wasn't there. He found out that she was over there in the studio, or probably with K-Swab. Who cares? It's her business, right? He felt some type of way. Took the baby. Allegedly had a little car incident, car crash, or whatever, according to Chrisean Rock. Y'all know Jaden and Chrisean linked up and they trashed his house, and Jaden left out and moved out allegedly. And Chrisean went back to her crib, right? So fast forward. Chrisean goes on live and she's basically saying Blueface yesterday called her, this morning one of them called her crying, having a panic attack and all this other stuff because I guess Jaden told Blueface or something about the conversation that her and Jaden had, and it suggested that Chrisean had bought K Suave a gift from the jewelers or stuff like that. So Chrisean is basically like, Blueface is crying on the phone about me gifting, the person that she's talking to. And then she starts going in, showing her bruises, saying that he stomped her out, did this and this and that. She's saying she has warrants and stuff like that, so she doesn't really want to call the police because I guess she's thinking about herself, but she's also saying that she had a restraining order. She's saying he's supposed to be in jail for exposing the baby's hernia, his stuff, also kidnapping the child and all this other stuff, right? My thing is this: I understand she got warrants and stuff like that, but how long you gonna prolong this situation? You put yourself in certain situations for yourself to get in trouble with the law, so now you just gotta be woman enough to handle your business. Take care of that, because you do have a child and it's gonna catch up with you eventually. If they really want you, they could get you. Your address is all over the internet. People know where to find you. The picture of your home, the inside of your home. Everybody know where you at. So at the end of the day, it's just like, girl, just do what you got to do, because at the end of the day, your child and your safety is at risk, according to Chrisean. Okay, she is scared for her safety and stuff like this, and she's basically saying that she talks to Blueface and be nice and be cordial with him because of what he might do. Now, I think that's in certain situations, for a certain extent, then that's okay. It depending on the situation, but don't prolong that. I just felt like people like that needs to be automatically cut off. Restraining order. If he like goes above and beyond and says, I don't care if I got a restraining order, and still do whatever he want to do, and you allow that, he's gonna keep doing it. So block him. You still got ties with him. You're texting him, you're picking up his calls, you're having conversations, you're hearing him crying. Cut all of that out. That's what he want, and you're allowing it. So if you're allowing it, you cannot keep complaining about it. You telling us the whole world how you feel about certain situations, telling us your business and stuff like that. And these are our opinions, and this is our advice. Block him. Change your number. And then on another thing, Chrisean just mentioned that her and Blueface is still on the same phone plan. Why are you still on the same phone plan as this man? That's another tie to him. That's another tie he got on you. Oh my God. We still paying the bills together. What? Yeah, been done and over with. I would cut all ties off that plan, make my own plan, let him do his own stuff and get his own plan. Like, she said a lot of things, and it was like, girl, you're doing these things because you really want to. Deep down inside, you're not 100% fully over him. That's just how I feel about it. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, if y'all want to see the live, it's on my Instagram. One of them is 25 minutes long. The other one is like almost 10 minutes long. So y'all could go on my Instagram to really, listen to what she had to say. We are going to get into what Blueface tweet has said. He just recently had posted this up. I can't even pretend I'm not happy as hell. Tell me why I snook a swab. This baby DNA test results came in. I am not the father, shaking my head. It's a bittersweet feeling because I was coming around to it, but definitely in my best interest. Thank you, Jesus. So basically, according to Blueface, he snuck and did a DNA test with Chrisean Jr., and he is claiming he is not the father. Now, my thing is this. If this is correct, this is something that Blueface kept saying. Oh, get another DNA test. Oh, right? But you snuck and got one, but you're not posting the results for everybody to see, so everybody can get into the tea and actually see the actual proof if it's real. Do y'all think that Blueface is just doing this just to get a clout moment? Or do you think that he really did this and he's really not the father? Let me know down in the comments below. Me personally, if I was in that situation and I snuck a DNA test to see if somebody was my kid or not, I'm definitely going to be posting it online for everybody to see that I'm not capping. Okay. Then he says, when a female want to start doing everything you do, run. Okay. So, and another thing, we are going to get into another clip because I feel like this is something that I also want to talk about, but let's not switch gears real quick. Chrisean Rock needs to block him. She needs to really stand on business. If she got to go to jail or she need to pay a fee or she need to do something, make sure that her child is with who she needs to worry, like who she can really trust with her child, change her locks on her home, put some cameras up in there. Because if I was her, I would have put some cameras in the front of my crib, inside of my crib. Because if Blueface decided that he want to break a door down, break a window, try to sneak in, kidnap my baby, whatever, everything is going to be proof on the video. If you're really concerned about you and your son's safety, you would do whatever and not think about Blueface's feelings. You got warrants. You put yourself in those situations. Handle that. Handle your business. Clear that off your conscience, because you running from warrants and doing this and doing that is not going to do anything good. It's going to make it worse. Plus, you have a child. Get the warrants out the way. If they catch up to you when you call the police on Blueface, then that's what it is. That's just what it is. He's going to have to deal with his consequences, because he can't be a grown man, okay, thinking that it's okay to bust up in somebody's house, trespassing, taking a child that he don't even claim and he don't even do for, the audacity of Blueface, right? But Chrisean, you're making him so comfortable, and he is thinking that it's okay for him to do these things because you keep allowing it. Cut that phone playing off. That's first step, because y'all both got ties to each other's, personal phone call business and all type of stuff. Nobody got time for that. Cut that phone playing off. Get your own phone plan. Okay. Change the locks on your doors. Put some cameras up in there, because I know you got the money to put some cameras up in there around your crib, because that's very important. You have a child in there, and for him to just come in there and do that, anything could have happened to your child. If you're saying that he had a whole car accident and all type of stuff, y'all fighting with the baby around and stuff like that, you squabbling up with him, and Marsh is fighting and all type of stuff with the baby, like, come on now. I just feel like that's weird. And then Chrisean was talking about Jaden and Alexis, talking about I don't know if she was saying something or he says that she said it about me buying K-Swab a gift, and she know her personal business because Jaden and Alexis confided in her and said some stuff, but she's not going to tell her business. But you're basically inching, you know what I'm saying? So I just felt like this. We know you and Jaden and Alexis wasn't like 100% genuine in that situation. It was more of a hee ha ha when it comes to y'all teaming up on Blueface, but it didn't last long, okay? Because he still got ties to both of y'all. He's still cahoots and talking to Jaden and Alexis, if that is what's happening, okay? Because Chrisean on the live said, yeah, but Blueface be telling me all her business, but I'm not going to do that, da, 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 da. And you don't think that he's telling her all your business? So I just felt like they need to get it together. Jaden need to do her. Okay. Chrisean did say in a live that she did hold Journey. Journey did meet Chrisean Jr. and she think that it was a good moment. She said Journey's beautiful. She's saying is, the kids is getting wrapped up into this and this and this and that. If you really strongly feel like y'all are gonna hurt the kids at the end of the day, you need to do what you need to do as a woman in this situation. Okay. We already know you're not that scary of Blueface because you fought him plenty of times and all of us seen it. Okay. Busting him up in the head with bottles, all types of stuff. We seen you do this. So for you can call the police. He has a restraining order. He's trespassing. He's taking your baby out his sleep. All type of stuff. You need to just handle your business, because we're not going to want to keep hearing you complain about the situation. You got to do what you have to do, because you are the ones in your shoes. We're not in your shoes. We can only give opinions. We are outsiders looking in, and that is just that. Okay, you need to make sure that you do what you got to do for your child. Okay, so she goes online. She's saying she has all these receipts and this and this and that. Put the receipts out. Start documenting this stuff, and don't put yourself in situations where you're gonna get in trouble. Also, this is he took my baby. The whole world saw that. The video is already out there. We already have videos of Blueface explaining things and lying and stuff like that. We don't know. Okay, Chrisean, we already see videos of you explaining a lot of things, so everything is already online. The documentation is there, and then all the receipts that you have in your phone or whatever else may be, just put all that together, because Blueface clearly just said he's not the dad. He did a DNA test, all right, and this is documented too on Twitter. So at the end of the day, do what you just gotta do. And that is just how I feel about that situation. Now let's look at this little video clip of Blueface trying to be funny, talking about he's ready to date again.
Hi, my name is Blueface. Would you like to go on a date with me?
He just looked mad uncomfortable even doing that. Like, Blueface is losing his mind. I don't know what's going on with him, but he need to get it together also, because you do have 2 kids that we know that you have, like, for real, that you've been around, that you claimed, and that's Journey and Javon. Okay, now you're iffy, wishy-washy when it comes to Chrisean Jr. And it's just a whole back and forth thing when it comes to that. And I just feel like Blueface need to get himself together. You can't keep thinking that you control these women. Okay, you can't keep moving how you're moving and thinking you could do whatever you want to do because you're Blueface. It doesn't work that way. All right, I feel like he really need to work on himself. Now, Chrisean's tweet, she said, "I love the way stuff play out. There is such a thing of happy ending. Who you are will speak for itself. They save the best for last. If I like or love you, it's because I see your greatness. You can be a street cleaner. I still see the king in you. I love a good soul. It just bring nothing but peace." Okay, I think she's talking about K Suave. Now, my thing is this: her sister QP. I'm just gonna say Heaven QP because that's her Instagram name. Her sister basically went on a live with her and Marsh and basically was like, "Listen." Chrisean was like, "I don't want to do the police. I don't want to do any legal stuff." And her sister was like, "Listen, you need to do what you got to do. You need to make a legal action, get all that stuff." I just feel like they shouldn't have did it online, because of course the clips is going to go around and Blueface is going to see it, and he's going to go and try to be petty and be a step ahead of them. Okay? So I don't know at this point. I don't know how this is going to end, but y'all already know I will be talking about it. Okay? And also I want to play you a clip of what Blueface has said with Jason Lee on a live about him proposing to Jaden Alexis. Now, I just feel like this is messed up, and I'm going to talk about it in a minute. Let's go.
It's like a different person. So that's where I really got like turned off, and I kind of was like, okay, you probably not gonna be my wife if you got a ring and you just gonna leave with Rock and like not answer the phone and record my phone. You doing the shit that Rock does. You get me?
But do you think she's been waiting to play you though? Like, was this something you think she's been plotting? Because I mean, you can't.
I
How
don't
you
think
just turn like
necessarily.
that?
Okay, What do I think? I think that Jaden doesn't really like me. Like, she loves me, of course, but I don't think she likes me. So it's like we've been dealing with each other this entire time, and it's almost like, look, I'm gonna keep it real with you, Jason. Stop with you. I proposed to Jaden to make her happy. I knew that would make her happy. So my whole objective with all this stuff, as far as Jaden, was not to make Rock mad, but it was to make Jaden happy, right? So after I got done doing all of this, and I see that she's still not happy, now I'm unhappy. That makes sense?
Yeah.
Like I just went, got this game, got on one knee. I'm letting it be known. I'm not doing no, you feel me? So once I do all of this and you still like are not, like you still acting like you don't like me for real, then obviously I'm gonna be like, all right, well I guess you just, I don't know what you think about.
For one, why would you do something to make somebody else happy? That means he wasn't fully 100% genuine in the proposal, because that means you wasn't 100% wanting to marry her. You was only doing it to make her happy because that's what you thought was going to happen. But stuff like that wouldn't last long because it's supposed to be 100% on both sides. You understand what I'm saying? And on top of that, it's like, oh, I don't think Jaden liked me. Why the hell would she like you after all this time that you did with her? Like, all the stuff that you did with her and put her through. Why would she like you? Come on, Blueface. it's just like he needs to grow up. Like, you can't be treating people like garbage and expect to be treated like a king. It don't work that way. Maybe it worked that way with them at one point. I don't know. But in all reality, that's not how things work. Okay, so then he's talking about I see her start moving like rock because she's, recording conversations and doing this and this. What do you think is going to happen when you deal with somebody like you? You're going to have to get certain stuff because you like exposing people when they drunk and this and this and that when you're mad. So people are going to have to protect themselves also. So if they going to have to screen record a conversation or get up in that phone and screenshot some texts or whatever the case may be to have proof on themselves for protection, then that's what they're going to do. You got to stop moving how you're moving, Blueface, in order for it not to be done to you. That's just how it is. You can't be moving like that. I don't like how Blueface is. I know that he is funny. Like, he has this funny character inside of him, and that's what I like about him. He's goofy and silly. I like people that's goofy and silly that's not always serious or whatever the case may be. But when it comes to women and how he treats them and how he thinks he controls things and all that other stuff and disrespect and putting hands on them because he feels some type of way about certain situations that he feels he can't control, that is a garbage personality to me. And like I said, I just feel like this is going to get really bad. Okay. We already knew this. Once that baby came, we already knew that this was going to happen. I already knew this. I called this out. Okay. But I don't know. I have nothing else to really say about the situation. I really just hope that everybody get it together, especially for the kids' sake. I really feel like Jaden and Chrisean needs to make amends for real, and be 100% genuine and not base it around Blueface or trying to get at him, because y'all do have kids involved. Now, he's saying that Chrisean Jr. is not his. All right. So we don't know unless he presents the proof. Chrisean Jr. is his. Okay, and that's just how I feel about the situation. But it's one thing that I forgot to put up, okay, regarding Tesehki and Scarface situation that Tesehki put on her stories. Okay, so let's look at this little clip.
Who you think fight the best in the house? So far, it looking like it's Tesehki.
Okay, so we know for sure that Scarface seen Tesehki fight, and she thinks that she's the best fighter so far in the house. This is according to her mouth. So I guess we are going to see how this is going to play out on the reunion. Tomorrow is Sunday, so another episode is going to air, and I'm going to be giving my review and my rant about it, and y'all already know that, so make sure y'all stay tuned. Make sure y'all comment on it and everything else, and make sure y'all like the video. I need y'all to like this video, I need y'all to subscribe, and I need y'all to comment, okay? And my last thing that I want to address real quick before I end this up, all right? Y'all already know I have my Pink Friday 2 review rants, all right, about the album. I thought it was trash because out of 22 songs, I felt like I should like more than a couple of the songs, okay? But I am going to give it a second try. I'm going to give it a second chance to listen to it, probably in a bigger speaker so I can really fully hear it, because I was listening to it on my phone. And what I was hearing just wasn't for me. You know what I'm saying? Like I stated before, some songs are good. Some songs I feel like are good but could have been better, because one of the songs I really like only had one rap verse, and I was like, damn, why couldn't it be more verses? You know what I'm saying? So I have certain reasons why I feel like certain songs is trash or the album is trash altogether. But like I said, I will give it a second chance. I will listen to it again, and then I will come back in my next video and give y'all my review on that. Now, I'm not the type of person to sit there and listen to an album or a song 800,000 times just to convince myself that something could be not good, okay? I'm not doing that, because after a while, if you're listening to a song over and over again, trying to convince yourself, you're gonna eventually start liking something about it, right? I don't want to force myself into liking anything. The only time I repeat songs over and over, or an album or anything, is already things that I already like. So if I like a song, I'm going to want to hear it. So that's why I'm going to play it. I'm not the type of person to sit there and convince myself to like a song. Okay. Now, if I listen to it 1 or 2 times and I don't like it, then that's just how I feel on around that time. Okay. Sometimes songs gradually grow on you and stuff like that. And if it happens, it happens. If it don't, it don't. But right now, my first impression is no. And I already said the songs that I do like. Okay. I didn't say the whole entire album was trash, but majority of it was to me. So like I said, I'll let y'all know how I feel about it. But anyway, I love y'all. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Toodaloo. Bye.
Gotta be